Village Roundtable. My name is Jessica.
I'm Ron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron the Sound Guy.
And today's topic is the Village People, where we discuss how the village has impacted our lives and the community. I'm going to hand it off to Chris, where he talks about his first day here in the village.
Okay, so my very first day, I remember coming in and not wanting to speak to anyone or do anything, and Ron approaches after seeing my Zelda shirt and says,
"Hi, not only did I see his Zelda shirt, I saw his sick Triforce tattoo on his shoulder. And I was like, yo, he's a gamer. I'm going to annoy him into friendship." And then that's what happened. And we just started talking about our love for video games, Kingdom Hearts, the stuff like that. And we've been best friends for, 7 years now? Something like that?
7, 8 years, something like that?
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
How about you, Jessica? What do you remember about your first day?
My first day was, I can tell you my first day at the house.
Okay.
One of the villagers from the house was playing music, and I just remember I had just moved in, and I was really homesick. All my stuff was in there, but it was a different place. Never been on my own. This villager started singing John Denver, and so I was like, oh, this place is going to be great, because everybody has their doors open, and this villager sings pretty loud.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I wasn't sad anymore. I just basically started laughing because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to love it here.
Well, I've known him for a long time. I've been friends with him for a long time. I also lived at Stony Glen, and that young man, that villager, also my roommate at Stony Glen, which is the name of the group home that the village owns. # sponsor.
Right.
He's a good guy, and I love working with him. He's always singing, always positive, and he's one of my favorite people here. I remember when I first went to Stony Glen, and this is going to be a hard story to talk about, but here we go. I had just came back from a group home outside of San Antonio. I had been in bed for a while, kind of lost a bunch of my ability to move around because I was bedridden for a while. And I had to go to the bathroom. Tried to stand up to go to the bathroom. As you can imagine, that didn't go well. I fell, and the lady that helped me, her name was Mary Holt. I'll never forget this. She had an amazing sense of humor about it. She had to fill out an incident report. And she was so dramatic about it, to where she's like, it's been a while since I filled out one of these. Let's make it fun. And she's like, okay. Do we want to pretend like you jumped off the roof? You cannot top that as an icebreaker.
Didn't she also mention attempted murder?
She's like, okay, my options are attempted murder, accident, or jumping off the roof. And I'm like, let's go murder! And she was just like, dude, you cannot just beat that positivity. And I'm still in touch with her. We're still Facebook friends, but she just had such a wicked sense of humor. And I think the thing that the village is so amazing at is they just find good people who love people with disabilities. And that's so hard because you get people who look at this job and they don't really have that spark or that passion for it, and they just view it as a 9-to-5 job.
Well, a staff once told me that they weren't in it for the money; they were in it for all the fun.
And then,
to this day, she's still here.
Yeah, she's been here 12 years, and she's amazing. She's got a wicked Jersey accent. She's always like, listen, I love yous guys. I wouldn't be here without yous. Yous guys keeping me going. Go Rangers, I love yous.
I can remember a staff member that used to be here. Her name was Heather Cross.
Right.
She was a great staff member.
But they just find passionate people. And they see us and they're like, oh my God, I love these guys. They enjoy spending time with us and they care. They keep finding people who care. And that's so rare. I've been in so many group homes and facilities where you can see whether they care or not. You know, it makes you want to come here, and it's like my happy place.
It's one of my happy places.
Yeah, I'm going to integrate my sound guy here. Aaron, can you tell me a story about the village?
Okay, what a meaningful story about the village for me is meeting all y'all and becoming friends and helping me get my first job at McDonald's.
What did you do at McDonald's?
I was actually I actually worked in the lobby and helping them clean. So basically, I was the lobby boy.
So you were a lobby manager?
Lobby manager.
Yes.
Awesome.
So basically, as a joke, I was the Cinderella of the McDonald's.
Oh, God.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
More like a Cinderella.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they used to call me Cinder Aaron.
Oh,
Oh, my
God.
God.
What a story. That's amazing.
wow.
I don't think I could top that.
You never told me that.
Because it never happened. I just thought it.
Oh,
It
okay.
never happened yet.
Okay. And that's what you felt like, though. You felt like
You felt
Cinderella
like
because
that.
you were
Basically,
constant.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
I got
Makes
it, what he's
sense.
trying to say.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I know with me, the big thing about the village is not only the staff, but just the interpersonal relationships. I'm going to let okay, so I sometimes call the village like the Discovery Channel special because, like, let's be real, you got guys and girls, and there's, like, interest, you know, and the guys are usually hilarious. They're crouching like freaking lions in the savannah grass, and I'm just sitting there going, watch as the young man in a wheelchair rolls up to the female as she sips her drink, and he's like, hey girl, and the female goes, yeah, no. And it's just like, just the interpersonal relationships with these guys, and it's like, it's just so funny to watch them, like,
What's funny is
flirt.
when the staff sees us doing that and they just stand there.
they're like, ooh.
That's really
It's
funny when
so
the staff just
great.
stands there while we're doing all this
Well,
stuff.
they don't just stand there, they shake their head like, good grief.
Pretty much.
They're like, watch him go, look. It's so good. Let's see.
How has the village helped you become a better person?
Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for that. 1 second.
How about I go to Jessica instead?
Yeah, you can hand her that curveball. Give me a minute to catch up.
Alright, so same question, Jessica. How has the village helped you become a better person?
Well, it's helped me make a lot of friends. I had friends when I was growing up in my hometown of Katy, but I have a lot more friends now because my older friends that I had in high school, they all are doing their own thing now. They're probably married, some of them. But now when I came here to the village, it's like, hello, I have my big choice of whoever I want to be friends with. And so it was really easy for me to make friends because all I had to do was go, hi, and I'm like, hi, Jessica.
Because
So-
they can relate to you.
Matter of fact, I remember one time, my first time, I wasn't a villager yet, but I was checking it out for the day, and I come into this room, and a villager comes up to me and goes, well, hello. It was one of those, you know. It was,
Hey, girl.
Basically.
What's up?
Basically.
How you doing?
It wasn't you, but it was a guy. It was a guy villager, and he came up to him, how you doing? And I was like, I'm doing good. I don't know who you are, but I'm doing good. So, but it's great.
Village guys aren't typically subtle. I'm just putting that out there. We're
Yeah.
not used to dating.
I don't think that's any guy, not just village.
I mean, like, just being real. I know with me, The village has impacted me to where I can talk about my disability better. It's given me confidence. And I know we don't have a village dance team anymore. And I miss it.
I do too.
Freaking COVID. But, like, that was still to this day the craziest thing I've ever done. Because I remember Jessica came up to me and she was already on the dance team.
She had seen you dancing, if I recall correctly.
She was just...
No, actually, what happened was I saw him cheer one day. Like, go dance team!
Go dance team!
And I was like, you should be on the dance team.
And I look at her insane. I'm like...
He was like, are you nuts?
I'm like,
no,
are you...
I'm serious.
Yeah, he short-circuited for a minute.
Yeah.
No, like, just so for our listeners, you know those wacky waving inflatable tube tubes you see at car dealerships?
Yep.
Like, that's me. I've actually danced at a dance and someone asked me if I needed professional medical help. Like,
What?
I just, no, I am not graceful. Someone looked at me and they go, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm just dancing, man. Leave me alone. But Jessica's like, we need that energy. We need that passion. And I'm like, okay, it's not the first time a girl's convinced me to do something out of my comfort zone. But, you know.
Well, ever since I got you in the dance team, you're like, I love this.
And
then eventually, he and I became, because there was enough people on the dance team, eventually he and I became captains of the dance team.
yeah, we were both captains of the team, and we loved it. I really would like to do that again, and I think I would like to try to find a dance studio that'd be willing to work with us. And I still have the videos that we did.
Yeah.
I refuse to delete them.
They're on Facebook still.
Yeah, and they're just like, that not only gave me confidence that I never thought I had because, you know, like I said, inflatable tube man rolling around. And they saw that and they're like, we will make it work with him. I don't care if it looks like he's having a medical problem. I love his passion and it's great.
I would like to get Jessica back.
I would too. We miss you, Miss Jessica. Please come back. I'm not crying. Shut up.
Nobody's cutting onions in here.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to cut that out, but that's okay. We're gonna have to cut that out. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I know that the village has given me a job. I know not only do I come here as a villager, but
basically a mentor for the guys, and I get to help out on a daily basis.
it's great. And
It's awesome.
well, and it's amazing. I get to see guys in a different way. You know, I get to work with one young man. I love him. I'm going to try to talk about him without mentioning his name. He loves golf. He's amazing. Gets a little bit of the shake. And he's just so kind. And I'll just roll by him and he will try to scare the living tar out of me sometimes. And it does not take much to startle me.
Seriously, he will go over there. Oh my god.
It's like I get startled by my roommate walking down the hall. Like, no, stop it.
Sounds like my stepdad.
I know. But I love hanging out with these guys. And whether it's, you know, helping someone, the same young man who Miss Jessica talked about earlier, helping him, like, write his alphabet or sign his name on something. Mm-hmm. Or just helping, you know, people do arts and crafts. I love doing it. I love interacting with these guys. And these guys are just a bunch of positivity that I need in my life. Because you can't come in here and be sad. Because you see people just going through their day-to-day thing. And, like, they're smiling and making the best of it. And it's amazing. Like, it's hard to be down in the dumps where you see so many positive people. And I love you guys for that. And
You're gonna make me cry.
We love you too.
I'm gonna...
You're gonna make me cry.
Okay, I'm tagging somebody else who wants to talk.
Alright, Aaron, how has the village helped you become a better person?
The village has helped me become a better person by helping me with my artwork, and to sell my artwork at a place called the
Kingwood Farmers Market?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
and sometimes I do commission work.
For those that don't know, commission means that they pay you in advance to do custom work.
So, by artwork, what do you mean? Do you do portraits? Do you do scenes? What do you mean by that?
I do paintings, drawings, and those.
So, just anything.
Disney characters. Big on Disney characters.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
especially Disney villains.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. He does a lot of good work. Is even getting some work for Christmas time from a few of the guys I've heard. So, Chris.
Yes.
And I heard you mention the farmer's market. Do you do anything at the farmer's market?
I sell jewelry that I make. I make bracelets, earrings, necklaces. I'm attempting to make what they're called resin rings
Okay.
that you can wear.
What's resin though?
Resin? I'm not sure how to explain that. It's basically...
Is it like a rubber?
No, it becomes hard. It starts out as a liquid. It's 2 parts. The resin and then a hardener. You mix them together, equal parts, and then you let it cure or harden for a couple of hours, and it keeps the shape of whatever mold you have put it in.
Oh, awesome.
Do you do exclusively jewelry, or are you trying to expand to anything?
I also do sun catchers, and I'm attempting to do wind chimes.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
That would be cool.
And what about those stickers you showed me the other
Oh,
day?
my diamond art. I almost forgot about
Diamond.
that. Yeah, it's called diamond painting art. Basically, it's these little rhinestones that I pick up using a little pen, and I stick it on a pattern, and it comes out to this really cool picture or sticker or whatever.
So, how long does it take you to do your diamond art? If you had to give me an estimate.
My diamond art, depends on how big the object is. It can take anywhere from 20 minutes to over 2 weeks.
Okay, so it just depends on the size of the project.
Yes,
That
it
makes
depends
sense.
on the size of the project. Like I'm getting some big ones, and those will take me a while.
Like how big is big?
Like
8 by 10?
no,
5 by
more
7?
like 10 by 12.
So, are you thinking about doing anything for like the holidays or?
Right now, no, but I will eventually, probably closer to Christmas.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah. I also go to the village thrift store on some days.
And that's where you sell
My jewelry.
your jewelry and your crafts.
Yeah, if I don't go to the farmer's market.
So do you switch off between those two?
No, I usually go on Tuesdays to the thrift store
Okay.
and Thursdays to the farmer's market.
Okay.
Okay.
So you do both.
I do both.
You
yes.
do both. Okay. Let's see. So I will talk about the Village Job Training Program. I started the Village Job Training Program around November 2020, at least those more recent time, because I've been through it a few times. I went through it once for a job at Deerbrook Mall. I worked at a sporting goods store. It is now called Lid's Locker Room, but it used to be called Sports Fanatic when I was there.
Lids?
Yeah.
Lids, yeah.
As in
Lid's Locker Room, like hats.
Put
Yeah.
a lid on it.
Yeah, put a lid on it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I get why that makes sense. It was a sporting goods store. You get all sorts of jerseys and stuff, including the jersey that I'm wearing today. Go Astros. They made so much money off me. But I went through it for Lid's Locker Room. I went through it for the YMCA, where I was basically a secretary. And then I went through it for the Village Learning Center, and where I became a staff member to help with these guys. And, you know, I love it. I love their job training program. They help you do resumes. They help you practice interviewing, how to be on time, and just do all the skills that you need to do to be successful while you work.
They actually help you by tuning the job training you need to whatever it is you're trying to get. Like for me, they help with managing money as well.
So, Chris.
Yes.
You have your own business.
Yes, I do.
That is obviously different versus like someone like myself going into a job and applying for a job.
Yes.
How did they tweak their program for you?
They basically asked me what I needed to know to run the business, and I told them I needed help with time management, managing my money correctly, how to greet a customer, how to say farewell to a customer.
Time management as far as planning your art, your crafts, or
Like planning what days I should work on my craft, what days I should take a break, how long I should be taking to do each craft.
Okay. And did they help with like kind of budgeting your projects? Like, let's say you wanted to do earrings,
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted to pay for a certain type of bead or certain types of string. Did they kind of help you figure out how to budget your money accordingly?
Yes. They also helped me, what else did they do?
Well, did they help you make a?
They helped me price my items. In fact, if I come up with a new item, they help me price it to this day.
So they help you make a price list?
Yeah, they help me make a price list. They help me they don't give me an exact price, they give me a price range, and they let me pick the price.
So
Okay.
I have a question. I want to get behind the scenes of it a little bit.
Okay.
In regards to, let's say you come up with a new project for Halloween, because Halloween's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say, I want to use this bead, this string, and then, you go to whoever's in charge of vocational, and they help you kind of put it all together to make sure you make a profit, or how does that work?
I put it together, and then I send it to my job coach,
Okay.
and he will tell me whether or not it's good. If it's good, he then gives me a price range.
Oh, so he really puts it in your court? He just gives you that, I would sell it this much?
Yeah.
Okay.
He gives me a suggestion, and I decide whether or not I take it.
Okay. Well, thank you for all that information, because I just went through it a completely different way, and I wanted to see how they work with someone who has their own business.
Okay.
So this is very informative.
I think it's pretty cool that you have your own business.
It is.
Yep. So
It can be nerve-wracking at times.
oh yeah, I imagine, and that's obviously why they want you to take time for yourself, so you don't lose that spark, and you're able to keep doing what you do best, which is make awesome crafts and things like that.
You're gonna make me cry again.
Please don't.
I don't think we have tissues.
You can use your sleeve. It's fun. And what's the name of your business, by the way?
Creative Crazy Creations.
Creative Crazy Creations by Chris.
A mouthful,
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's
It's a tongue
CCC.
twister.
CCC.
but it's catchy.
And where can they get products from you?
Either in person. Right now, it's only in person. Either at the thrift store off of 494. It's the Village Thrift Shop is the name of this thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
Or at the Kingwood Farmers Market in Town Center.
And what days are you at the farmer's market?
I'm on the Farmers Market on Thursdays from 3 to 6, and I'm usually at the thrift store on Tuesdays from 10 to 5.
You get to see his lovely smiling face at the Kingwood Town Center Farmers Market.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! He's such a good worker. Yes, he is. Look at that face.
Gonna have to cut that out.
Yes, he's a good guy. But I'm so proud of you, dude. I remember, when you first came here, Chris, you were so quiet, and
If I remember correctly, I almost went turtle mode, as we call it.
you absolutely went turtle mode.
Turtle mode is where we hide in our shirts and not want to deal with.
And I refused to let you go turtle mode. I was like, I'm here, I'm annoying, you're a nerd, I'm a nerd,
But
let's be nerds.
You opened up pretty fast.
Well,
And it's because I'm around people that have a similar disability to me.
That always helps.
Well, and I think that's another underrated part of the village. It's just the fact that we can talk about our disability and our good days and our bad days, and we're just able to rally around each other is awesome. You know, I've had days where my legs and I are not working well, and you will just see me glare at my leg, and you guys are going, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm mad right now. Give me a minute. My leg is grounded."
And I'll look and I'll say, "You guys don't worry about it. He's just mad at his leg."
He's mad at his leg. And they're used to my silly coping mechanisms in regards to my disability. It's weird. It works, but it's fine. And now it's time for our Melanie Minute. She is going to comment on our topic for the day.
This is Melanie.
Hey, Melanie, how are you? This is Chris.
I'm doing well, Chris. How are you today?
I'm doing good. You're doing good, so...
We got it.
Yes.
So, Melanie, this is Ron here. I wanted to get your opinion on the village and what it means to the community and the population.
Well, my experience with the village goes way back to when they first started. And, you know, when they first opened, a lot of the people who are still coming to the village were still in high school. And they were trying to find something that would be meaningful for individuals. You know, once you left school, what would you do? Where would you go? And so I got involved volunteering way back then. And there was nothing like it in the community, and there's still not much like it around, even in the city of Houston. And so I feel like, for me, as just a community member, I think it's been great because it has gotten us all involved with what's going on, not only in our community, but what we can do to include people who have disabilities and limited access, what we can do to help. And then my company started getting involved too. So then we started doing professional services after that.
So when was that around? When was it started?
Oh, 2000.
The 2000s?
Right around the year 2000 is when I first started getting involved with the village. So it's been over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So you've seen a little bit of everything. Yeah.
They started in a little shopping center, and they just were like one room.
Oh, yeah.
In the shopping center.
I remember that. I was there. It was over by where Los Cucos is. In that
exactly. Yeah.
So how has the village growing, just like as far as their programs and what they do? Like how have you seen that in the community?
Well, you know, I think that one thing the village has done a really good job at is kind of seeing what the needs of individuals in our community really are. Mm-hmm. So seeing them grow from that one storefront in a shopping center to maybe we need to have a location that has multiple rooms so that, you know, they got the money and bought Plum Valley, and then, wow, that's getting big, we need more, and moving into the current building that you're in, the ability to get the community center, all of those things have made such a difference. But, you know, one of the things I think that's been huge is transportation. Because there are not a lot of places around the state of Texas that offer the transportation on the buses that you guys get. And that was huge. So just listening to the community and finding out the needs of the individuals and what can be provided so that lives can be meaningful at whatever level you perform. And you guys know that because you see people in the center every day. And, you know, from those who are really have so many challenges, both intellectually and physically, from that to guys like you who are self-determined to get out there and make a life for yourselves. And then to start adding, like, the apartments and the group homes. I mean, all of that's important.
So impact-wise, like, how has the mission changed at all, or what do you think?
You know, I think the mission continues to be centered on the people. The mission is to provide for the people what their desires and their interests are, and to make sure that you have a safe and meaningful chance to live your life as an adult. Right. I think that's huge.
What is the mission for the village?
You know what, Chris? That's a great question because I'm not a village employee and I'm just someone who's been involved over the years. I think that if you turn, I don't know where y'all are right now, but if you look what's on the wall, it pretty much says that's pretty much the mission.
Right.
So, I think, safe, inclusive environments to get people out to do what they need to do and to have a meaningful life and to be connected and, all of those things. As much independence as possible. I think all of those things continue to be their mission. But their mission is, and you guys want to look that up, Chris, the mission is stated on the website. It's the first thing on the top of the website.
We were talking about special days for us personally. Can you think of a few special days for you, Miss Melanie?
Special days that have occurred within the
village.
center.
Within the village.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Personally, I love the community dances. I love when those happen.
Yeah, me too.
I do too.
It's just so much fun. And you know what I really like about that is you don't have to be a person who regularly attends the village to come. It's a community thing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that everybody's invited.
Well, and I feel that going to those dances, that I almost feel like our guard's more natural, more...
We can
Exactly.
be more ourselves than at the village,
Yeah.
where sometimes we have to control ourselves.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what I really love, and you guys don't even know this, but my granddaughter is in junior high school, and she's in a service group. And the group that she's in, they actually come and help with the refreshments and stuff at the village.
Oh,
And
wow. That's cool.
and so
Wow.
she loves to go. And this is, y'all know Meredith. This is Meredith's daughter. And Meredith's daughter has told me, and I want y'all to think how important this is. Meredith's daughter told me, I think when I grow up, I want to be a special education teacher. I love these guys.
Cool.
That's
Now,
amazing.
she's almost 13 years old, but the inclusiveness of the village, inviting people from the community to come to those dances, that's her first experience with people with disability of all kinds. And she's just loving it. She's embracing it. And so that's huge, guys. That's really huge.
That's amazing
That's
that we can
really
have that type of an impact on someone. I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah, huge impact. And the other thing that I've really been excited for you guys about is the going to the farmers market.
Oh yeah, I enjoy going whenever I go. I'm waiting till it cools off a little bit.
I agree, but I love that there's a couple of things. Number one, you can actually sell things there and be an entrepreneur, but it gives people a different perspective of village. Oh my gosh, look, these guys actually are participants at the village, but they are doing this on their own. Wow, look what these guys can do. Look how self-determined they are. Look what a part of our community they are. And I like that face for you guys and for the village too. I really get a charge out of seeing you there.
So, Chris, what do you sell at the farmer's market, bud?
I sell jewelry that I hand make. I buy all the materials off Amazon and then I put it together. I make bracelets, earrings, necklaces.
Keychains, don't forget your keychains.
My keychains, thank you. Thank you about
Thank you, Miss
that.
Melody.
Thank you.
Hashtag sponsor. So,
Because they sell so well. I
Yeah.
mean, everybody loves your things.
and then, Aaron, I know you go to the farmer's market. What do you sell at the farmer's market?
I actually sell my paintings at the farmer's market. And Chris, I'm actually waiting until it cools off a little bit.
I think that's great.
Yeah, like October.
So, do you take commissions, or what do you do?
I don't take the commissions just yet, but I just paint and then I bring them to the farmer's market and I sell them.
Would you be willing to do commissions?
Yes.
So yeah, those things are cool. And the other part was you guys were giving out brochures about the village, answering questions, and I think you even sold stuff that other villagers had made. So
We did
it's
at one
just
point,
giving
yes.
giving the community awareness about who you are as an individual, who the village is as a group. I just thought it was really neat and such positive feedback from the community. And I love that. I think you can't, a program like the village or any other company, you can't buy publicity like that. it's the real deal.
Right.
People know who you are for who you are, and that just says so much.
Well, Melanie, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for talking with us today, and we will see you next time.
Well, thank you for including me. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day.
You did the same.
You
Miss Melanie.
too.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now we're going to talk about some of the resources that the village gives to people with disabilities.
So, the major resource that I want to talk about is Stonyland. I was at Stonyland for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It is an amazing group home facility. They did a lot of activities together.
They did do a lot.
Yeah, when I was there, they
What's
did.
some of the activities they did?
We went to a wave pool. That was pretty crazy.
Wave pool.
Well, okay, I got a funny wave pool story. So, it was kind of scary, but I'm okay. Obviously, I'm talking to you guys right now. See, so we went to the wave pool, and they had me in an inner tube and in a life jacket. And only thing was, I was too buoyant. And in the inner tube, I kept popping out like a freaking basketball. I was like,
I'm going to guess you popped out of the inner tube.
I popped out of the inner tube, hit the water, my life jacket slipped off, and they had to bring me back to the side of the pool. And it could have gone sideways real quick, but it went okay.
I'm glad someone was with you.
I freaked out for a little bit, but then I was able to go back in there and have a good time afterwards, actually.
That's good.
You know, they always do constant activities, and, you know, we go out and shoot hoops or whatever, you know, and have a good time.
Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode where we continue talking about the village people and the resources that the village provides.